hope you're all doing well. So I'm in my bathroom today because I thought I would show you a few of my favourite hairstyles that I do, because I'm always getting questions on how I do my plaits in my hair. So I thought I would do a video and just go through it with you. So the three main plaits that I do is fishtail, Dutch braid and just a normal French plait. So I'm going to go through them, try and explain it as much detail as I can. I think we will do the Dutch braid first. Now I've learnt to do this, I always get so confused when I do a French braid, and you'll understand when I start to do it. So I'm going to turn around, hopefully. I'm going to just I've got my mirror here just so I can somewhat see what I'm doing. Hopefully you'll be able to see. So this might be a bit messy, but basically you start it, I think I'm going to start it like here, just a bit lower down. And as you would with any normal braid, you get 3 sections. So with a French braid, you plait over, whereas with a Dutch braid, you take your strand and you put it under, and then you take your other strand and you pull that under. And to start, I'm just going to do it twice and then grab a tiny section of hair to add to this one, and then you cross that and the hair added underneath. Then you get your section from this side, add hair, and then you cross that underneath, and you just keep going. I mean, sometimes I'll add smaller sections just to make it a bit more defined, but I think I'll go for like a chunky braid today. So just keep adding sections, and instead of crossing it over the top, you cross it underneath, and then I'm just gonna bring it round to the side and just finish just normal plaiting the bottom. So hopefully this looks okay. And then I just kind of zhuzh it out of it. So I've got my mirror here, so I'm just gonna pull it. And it might not look perfect, but I think the nice things about plaits, especially on like summer days, is they don't need to look perfect. So that's the Dutch braid. To start, one of my favourite braids. I actually would say that I do this more than any other braid. Then next we're going to go on to the French braids, and I'm going to try and not confuse myself, which I probably will. So, same thing as how to start Dutch braid. I'm going to just do mine here. Obviously you can start it higher up your head, so just grab 3 strands, and instead of doing what you do for the Dutch braids where you go underneath, you just go cross your strands over and you just add some hair. But obviously now I'm so used to doing a Dutch braid, I just automatically cross the strands over, under, so it does get a bit confusing. And I must admit that I do think the Dutch braid looks a lot nicer, so I'm going to do the same as what I did and just pull my hair to the side. But I basically live in plaits when the weather's warm, because I feel like they're so easy to do once you know how to do them. But they look like you've made an effort with your hair. So that's just the French braid. Don't really do this anymore, like I said. I prefer the Dutch braid, I just think it looks a lot nicer. And then we're going to go in with one of my favourites. Again, I don't really do this very much anymore just because it does take a bit longer, but I think it looks so lovely. So this is the fishtail braid. I'm going to do this to the side. You can do it at the back and do it down, but I feel like to make things easier, I'm also going to just part my hair a bit more to the side, like so. The fishtail braid, unlike the normal braid, you need 2 strands of hair. So just separate your hair evenly, grab a strand from one side and you cross it over to the other side, and then you pull that in with the other hair. So then you get another strand from the other side, cross it over, hold it through to the other side and then pull it through. And you just keep, basically you're getting strands from one side of your hair, pulling it through like so, hopefully. This is making sense. Like so. I try and do small strands for this just because I feel like it looks better when it's smaller. It just looks more defined, but you can start to see like the crossover section. So you take one strand, cross it over with your other hand, hold it in the other section, take another section, cross it over, goes into your other section, and you just pull it. And you just keep going. So I must admit, when I first learned to do a fishtail braid, it did take me a while to learn because I think it is slightly fiddly, but once you've got the hang of it, I mean, this isn't probably the neatest fishtail because I am missing bits, but I think it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to look perfect. I think that's the nice thing I like about plaits, is they don't have to look perfect. They look quite nice when they're messy. So can you see it's starting to form sort of like almost like a crisscross sort of thing. So you take one section, pull it to the next section, take another section, cross it over and pull like that. And you just keep going until you've got to sort of the length that you want. I mean, mine doesn't look super neat, but also I find because I have a few layers in my hair, it does sometimes stick out, so it doesn't look super perfect, but you can just see it like that. And then I'm just going to tie my hair up and then just zhuzh it a bit. So if you can sort of see, it's like a fishtail. But yeah, that's just a fishtail. Again, I don't really do this as often, just because, can you see where I've got my layers? They do sort of poke out a bit, but I do think it's a really lovely braid. So that's just 3 different braids that I do. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I explained it well enough that you can give these hairstyles a go if you want. But let me know in the comments if you do try them and how you get on. And I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.